Hedion Gardens Part 2. We're going to make a thing. We're going to make a thing that has the potential to smell overpoweringly appalling, I think I'd say. Well, okay.
Sorry, we're going to make something that has the potential of being overpoweringly appalling.
And then we're going to rescue it.
Okay.
Because I'm going to use some interesting things which could grow in my garden at any point, and stick in some useful synthetics as well. So we've got naturals, we've got bases, because we're exploring the garden style fragrance which we're going to open up and make lovely with Hedion. So I have a bottle. So
En verre.
yes. Well, it's a flacon verre.
Oh yeah, a verre is a glass, isn't it?
It is.
That's
Verre. Verre.
Verre.
Turquoise. Aquamarine. Yes. So, right. Verre is also spelled differently. A word for a worm.
A word for a worm?
Worm, yeah.
What?
I think this one's V-E-R, this one's V-E-R-R-E. So you just be a bit careful, how you pronounce it. If you're in a bar and you say, can I have a glass, they don't give you a worm.
No.
That would be silly. It's like pour, and pour. Pour.
And pour. Please, sir.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that one.
And pour.
Yeah, that would be a dip. Oh, I was thinking of pause.
Yeah.
Yes, pause,
Pause.
and then.
Pause.
Yeah. Anyway, this is all about context, isn't it? Life is all about context. So I am going to do that thing that people do, which is to make a blend of things they really like.
Yeah.
Which has the potential to go quite badly sometimes. Great. And then we're going to treat Hedione as the biggest cloud ever. So I have here some rose geranium. I'm going to do my very best Blue Peter presenter thing, which, funny, Blue Peter, for people who used to watch Blue Peter in the 60s, I'd like to be the presenter of that.
Blue Peter in the 60s?
Well, it's for people who are in fact now old enough to have watched Blue Peter in the 60s. So we call it like Grey Peter. And we could pitch this.
Right.
So we could have all those references to here's one I made earlier.
Yeah.
Because the programme was live and they were never going to get anything finished in time. So, but I could have made a perfume ready for filming, but I never do that because... So I put in 1 gram of rose geranium at 10%. I did write it down earlier. And then I'm breaking out the Narcisse base. Because I do have Narcissus Absolute, but I'm not going to use it today just for reasons of the base smells actually a bit more like the flower. And the Narcissus Absolute, that smells like leather.
Oh, it's so good.
It is great, isn't it? I mean, if you didn't ask and you gave that to people and said, what do you think, natural or synthetic? They go, well, that's the flower. That's straight out of the flower. Of course it's natural. It's absolutely wonderful.
That's really nice.
And it is a recreation. This one is from Firmenich. So it is made up of the materials which Narcissus the Narcissus uses to make an aroma. So I'm going to add a gram of that as well. Why did I put it away? Breast hair. Last week we had somebody in who'd never discovered the tear button before.
Oh wow, I bet they absolutely had their life changed.
It was nice of them. So I'm not thinking about tops or mids or bases or anything at all here. They're all just going to be things which go well together and will sit on top of a big cloud of Hedione. So I'm adding a grain with that as well. And next we haven't smelled yet. So this one, I've been doing the closed caption subtitles, by the way, on some films. On the Vimeo, it takes a long time because I go through. It doesn't even recognise the name Arthur always. I mean, for goodness sakes, I have to keep correcting it to Arthur. I think it's like I think it wrote you as our Thor at one point. Our Thor. Yeah.
Of course, when this is closed captions, you have a nightmare because it is going to be our Thor. Our Thor.
Is it?
Well, because now you have to differentiate between Arthur and our Thor.
Oh God, yes, I've forgotten I was talking. Yes, but sometimes on Facebook, on YouTube, I just leave it just to see what it says.
This is...
Oh, well, I haven't told you, so it would be quite difficult maybe for you to identify because I'm not sure that you have time smelling it. It's in...
it's also in Earl Grey.
It's another one of those things which is got linalool in it.
Is this... is it... Oh, there's linalool. Does it also begin with an L?
No, although it's got an ol in the middle of it, but it doesn't help you.
It really smells of Earl Grey.
Yeah.
Earl Grey ol.
It's magnolia leaf. So
there is an ol in the middle of it.
Yeah.
That was the most unhelpful clue in the world.
I know, but I couldn't resist.
Magnolia leaf. Lovely.
Yes. So, but that is, you are quite correct in that it is very linalool-y.
It's incredibly linalool-y.
Yes. I think linalool.
Good luck with the closed captions of that.
Yeah, that's my new favourite word.
Linalool-y.
Yeah. ISO-y super it can't get to the ISO.
ISO.
Yes.
He's super.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's great. It's better than it used to be, the voice recognition, but I'm looking for a bottle of violet. Okay, right. Okay, this one I don't want to put as much in because I think all the things that I've been using so far, texturally, they feel sort of similar in strength to me. This one will take over the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Take you into another version of the multiverse.
As long as it's not the sausage finger one, then it's fine.
No. This will be the this is.
Oh. Very green.
Why am I putting it away? Yes. Very.
This is black currant leaf. Absolute.
It's almost chewy. This one.
This is raspberry leaf ketone. It's one of those berry ones, isn't it?
It's actually called Violif.
Oh, violet, yeah.
So it's a version of violet leaf, which is very, very, very cucumbery. We normally, but this is like, what if the cucumber was actually grown only to be that big, and you got all the intensity of one that big packed into that much space? It's like almost dehydrated.
Yeah.
Rehydrated cucumber.
It's the Roundtree's fruit pastel version of a cucumber.
I find it.
It's interesting because I don't like cucumber.
I know.
But I do like this.
Maybe if cucumbers were just a bit stronger, with you being the king of chili.
Yeah, maybe that's my problem.
I'm just going to put in then 1/10 the amount of that. 1/10 the amount of everything else that I did of this one, because I think it is at least 10 times stronger, and we'll have to see what happens there. So, I'm not going wrong again. It's quite something.
Yeah.
I don't often get it out.
I like it.
But, yeah, the thing about these particular compositions, this style, is that it's almost like the idea is that you just get a real strong impression straight away of being in that place, in that garden. As if you're standing there, and it whooshes you straight into the outdoors somewhere that you have been. This one is a base. I'm putting tiny amounts on this.
This is strawberry.
It's close. I'll tell you what it is. It is a recreation of a blackcurrant bud. So it's berry department. But it's called bourgeon cassis, which is blackcurrant buds. But it's a very, very green version.
It's green and it's juicy.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yes. So this is a Givaudan base.
Oh, it does make me want. It's like a sweet.
Yeah, I think this one is not Roundtree's Fruit Pastels. It's somebody else's brand of blackcurrants. It's more wine gummy.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, I think who makes these? It is a purple square sweet. It's more like a opal fruit.
It's an opal fruit.
It is, isn't it?
Okay, Starburst.
Yeah. Does it come back to being opal fruit, or is it still Starburst?
Oh, I don't know. Has it gone?
I had a feeling it was taken back, but I could be wrong. Maybe that's just Marathon.
Sorry, Marathon. The Snickers gone back to Marathon.
Yes.
Has it?
Yes. I used to work at the ad agency that had the Mars account when they first proposed calling it Snickers, and there was an absolute revolution. It's like, you can't do that, sounds like Knickers.
Is that why they did it?
No, they did it because they wanted to harmonise it worldwide, and other countries didn't call it Marathon.
Right.
But then my boss thought, I didn't think Knickers, I thought Sneakers, and I thought that was really smelly. But, neither of those things I think were particularly a good thing to name a brand after.
Have you ever had a Star Bar?
Oh, I don't think so.
To me, a Star Bar is the best confectionery bar I've ever.
Couldn't tell from looking at you whether you were going to say worst or best.
Oh, it's spectacular.
So I put 0.5 gram of that in there. As you say, I'm not testing it as I'm going along. I'm imagining, and also
making a potion.
I could say that I'd written this all down earlier and I'd done it all the practice. Could do. So I think that might. I'm going to stop there, and what we'll do is just.
You haven't put any celery in.
Oh, I haven't. Shall I go for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you haven't put any fennel in either.
No, I haven't.
Or geranium. No, you have.
I have.
You put 1 gram of geranium.
First.
Okay.
What do you think?
Is that okay? Can we have some fennel and some celery? Only because the last video.
This is true.
Really
we started
featured
with those. They did. So if I'm really gonna do.
We need a through line.
Okay. That's a technical term from the film industry. Like, if it's going to be a part 2 as opposed to something completely different. Okay, I'm going to put 0.2 grams of the fennel in. Times up. And I bet it just ends up smelling like licorice. Although funny, talking of clary sage, as we were in the last film, do you like that one?
Yeah.
Fennel. No, clary sage. Clary sage is the one which makes things smell like licorice a lot of the time if you're not careful.
Right.
Well, I'm not in that one that.
Is that celery?
Yeah.
It's quite opaque.
Yes, this will that will fade. Something Lang Lang does this. Pink peppercorn does this.
So it becomes an emulsion for a bit.
Yeah. When I say fade, I don't mean fade. It just seems to dissolve. I'm putting 0.2 of that in. I'm not quite sure how this is going to come out. I've gone it's taken me outside my my feeling that I could predict what might happen.
This is brilliant. Great.
Okay. All right, I think I'll give it a slight swirl. Sometimes when people come here to make things, they will put in everything they want to, and they will say to themselves, "Oh my goodness, that's amazing! I really love it. It's exactly the way that I want." But then you think, "Could you wear it?" And they'll go, "Oh, about that, maybe not." So then we looked at making things wearable. Okay.
Do you know what? It's not that bad.
No. Well said. Yes. It's not bad.
But it's messy.
Yeah, there's a heck of a lot going on there. There's pointy bits sticking out all over the place. It's an interesting aroma. It does feel like you could be in a garden, but I would venture to suggest that you wouldn't actually want to smell like this.
No.
Unless you were like Nick's late grandfather trying to convince someone you had been down the allotment when you hadn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole other story. Which unwound itself with his funeral. Yeah, this would be a good disguise. Yeah, so I'm finding it. It's good to keep close to the nose. It's not terrible.
It's nice. I feel it's comforting.
Yes. Yes. And there's something. I mean, I do think that things which are edible but not gourmand fragrances, I think they're going to have their day. So, what should we call it? Down the allotment.
Yeah. Call it at the allotment, promise.
Yeah. At the allotment, promise, accord. I need to put a label on it because we must write everything down. I'll just for the moment call it allotment. And for those following us from overseas, an allotment it's a sort of a public gardening space for people who don't have gardens to grow vegetables. And an allotment is free, but you have to join a queue to get on the allotment committee.
Yeah. This is an allotted space.
It is. You are allotted.
It's a brilliant thing, isn't it, actually?
It is, but the problem is in London that councils want to build on them.
Yeah.
And it's like the fight to keep the allotment space because people grow vegetables and give them to all their neighbours, and it's just what we blinking need right now.
Mm-hmm.
But then, of course, people need housing. But then, if it's just all houses and there's no fun and there's no vegetables, then what are we going to live on?
Yeah.
So, hence the allotment.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a pipette. I'm going to get it. There's not any. Yes, I had that thing going on.
I like this. The more I smell it,
Good.
the more I like it.
Good.
But I can't wait to see what Hedione does to it.
This is the kind of stuff I did. When Alex was here, he was trying to work out how did I just do that stuff? How do I just do that?
Right.
And he still, because he wrote a piece about it for a magazine.
Right.
And he still, at the end of the time here, he still didn't know how he did it. And I'm not entirely certain that I could explain either. So I'm putting 0.5 gram in each of these. Actually, I'll put the 0.5 gram in there as well, and then I will. This is the really interesting bit, isn't it? Not.
Yeah. I should really just fill it.
Fast forward through those bits here, or we should.
Or I just do my own little adverts.
You could sing.
Like you must get a star bar. Oh,
Star bar. No,
selling star bars.
I'm gonna make that one up to a gram.
Honestly, for those of you in the UK, a star bar is like a Snickers crossed with a Boost. Spectacular.
Who makes it? Oh no, maybe we should.
Cadbury, I think.
You know, I can't monetize this if we put an ad in it.
Oh yeah. This isn't. I'm not advertising.
It's not really an ad. It's a recommendation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm influencing.
I mean, look. Now that we're actually earning, was it £10 a quarter?
Wow.
I know. That's why people do this.
Wow.
I'm not really a YouTuber. I'm somebody who does films and they end up on YouTube. Okay, so allotment accord. We have 1 gram in one bottle
That's a lot.
and 0.5 grams in another. It's not really.
That's a lot, man.
I thought,
Sorry.
I need more coffee. Okay, so we're going to put some Hedione in.
Yeah. Wait. So you got.
In one bottle, I have 1 gram of allotment. Another bottle, I have 0.5 gram of allotment.
Not a lot, man.
Not allotment. I've caught up now, thank you. And the Hedione can't have gone
Is there
far.
big bottle?
It's there. It's the big bottle. So, for the purposes today, I'll continue to use this pipette because it's only been in Hedione. I'm going to add a mere 0.2 grams of Hedione to that. 5. Yeah, it'll make the maths terrible. It doesn't matter. 5. No, I've added 1. No, it's fine. I know, 0.25, that's better. It's making life easier for myself later.
So there's 0.25 grams of Hedione in the 1 gram of allotment.
Yes, there it sounds like that it's kind of sort of a snooker commentary now. So we've added 0.5. Do we not disturb the perfume? Oh, she's working. And I'm going to put 0.5 in the one where there's 0.5.
So that's equal parts.
This is equal parts. Equal parts. Hedione and allotment.
McCartney goes for the equal parts.
And finishes. Yes. So, let us see what occurs. Put that right in. So I'll call, write it down. So we'll call this component A for allotment and B for Bertie. Look at this time. We'll keep them like that, so they're on either side. So A, B. McBain stretches his arms out so they don't interfere with each other. Put the right AB on.
Okay.
Anything, nothing?
I think that the 0.25 in the 1 gram still, it makes it greener. It smells a lot greener to me than it did before.
Yeah.
It feels like it's brought out the geranium.
They are different. And I'm finding
They are.
this one, A is and B is
Yeah, I mean B is a lot more wearable. It's a lot smoother. It's a lot more friendly.
Yes.
There's still spikes in A.
Yes. Yes, there are. And what we'd have to do really is do different proportions to see what happens and decide what we've done. But I actually did one of them which was 80% Hedione and 20% everything else. Because what Hedione does is it's low slope, so it also helps things to fill the space, and it helps things to last longer. It's not massively long lasting itself, but it seems to help other things. And,
I'll tell you what sweet that bee is to me.
Mm-hmm.
Those little, what were they called? Very hard sweets, very small hard sweets.
Midget gems? No.
Midget gems are those little biscuits, aren't they?
Oh.
I was going to say
Maybe
midget
right.
gems, but
I know, yeah, the tiny little round ones.
yeah,
It's kind of sort of
little pellets.
shaped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
What is that? That's going to annoy me. My auntie Emma always used to eat them. It's very nice.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's very outdoors.
Again, it smells like something I want to eat or drink, rather than something I want to wear.
And you're on B, which is the most wearable of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it's complete opposite of things like the ambers we've been doing recently. The really rich, sensual, labdanum-y, vanilla-y.
Yeah. It's interesting. I would be very interested to see what vanilla did to that.
Well, since you mentioned that, Arthur, I think we should do part 3.